Houston, we've had a problem. It's a phrase that has been immortalized by astronaut Jim Lovell, who spoke those words on April 14th, 1970. After an oxygen tank explosion during the Apollo 13 mission, the entire world turned their eyes and hopes toward getting the crew home safely. You now have a rare opportunity to meet members of the Apollo 13 mission and hear their memories. And here to discuss the 2015 Spreading Wings Gala at the Wings Over the Rockies Museum is President and CEO Greg Anderson. So great to see you.
Good morning, Jackie. Thank you for having me.
Certainly. You know, this is a time you go back and, of course, you remember it like it was yesterday. That Apollo 13 mission was destined for the moon but didn't quite make it, as I mentioned. How impactful was that day in history to our country or even the world?
Well, the world was really riveted. This was the third intended mission to put Americans on the moon. It didn't quite turn out that way. About 3/4 of the way to the moon, 2 days into the mission, an oxygen tank exploded on the service module and turned the mission into one of survival. It was a refocusing of all our priorities as the world watched, and it became what we now call NASA's finest hour.
Mm-hmm. And there were so many things that had to happen on the ground, mission control, to get the crew that was in space home. Can you walk us through some of that?
Right. What were called tiger teams of men across various disciplines came together to solve a number of unprecedented issues. They had to manage human consumables because 3 men were now using the air and consumables that had been designed for 2 because they didn't go to the surface of the moon. They managed electrical problems which reduced the heat. And of course, they had to make numerous course corrections and trajectory calculations that were never done before.
Mm-hmm.
The famous movie episode also was true when they had to figure out how to get the carbon dioxide refreshed through systems that didn't connect to each other.
Fascinating. So much work to do. Greg, in your opinion, why do you think it's so important that we continue venturing out into space?
Well, I think we're made to. I think we're designed to explore. I think it's in our DNA. At Wings Over the Rockies, we're pleased to provide a legacy to those kinds of instincts, because whether we've come across the ocean to this country or across this country, we've always been exploring. I think it brings out the best in Americans, and it's an honor to be an official Air and Space Museum of a state that's a gateway to those frontiers.
Certainly. Well, let's talk about this gala that's coming up. Who's going to be attending the
We're expecting 700 to 800 aerospace leaders and enthusiasts. We'll be having educators, students from our numerous education programs to pick up on that legacy. Amelia Earhart and last year's honoree Sean Tucker will be the Masters of Ceremony. Mark Van Tine from Jeppesen and Gene Cernan are the honorary chairs.
That's great. And again, it's called Spreading Wings Gala for
Right.
2015. Well, let's hear a special invitation from Gala's special guest and NASA Flight Director Gene Kranz.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
5 guidance. Go guidance. We've had a hardware restart. I don't know what it was.
Okay. Houston, we've had a problem.
Hello, Colorado. This is Gene Kranz. As Flight Director of Apollo 13, I was honored to be part of the team that overcame unprecedented challenges to become NASA's finest hour. On November 14th, I will rejoin my Apollo 13 flight crew, Jim Lovell, Fred Hayes, and the late Jack Swigert, to honor the 45th anniversary of our mission and to renew the promise of space with a new generation. We will all be together at Wings Over the Rockies for the Spreading Wings Gala. I hope you will join us. In 1970, Jim Lovell reported, "Houston, we have a problem." In 2015, we have a problem all across America. Many of our young people are not measuring up in the critical areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. During the Apollo program, space exploration fueled the greatest interest in these subjects in our history. Today, Wings Over the Rockies is preparing future aerospace leaders through their Spreading Wings Aerospace Education mission. Our Apollo 13 team demonstrated that we can do whatever we set our minds to in space. We still can. I hope to see you at the Spreading Wings Gala on November 14th.
Wow. Have you ever had an invitation give you chills like that? It's pretty profound.
It is. It's really important historic legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we can get tickets at wingsmuseum.org. And what does this gala support exactly?
The Gala supports our Spreading Wings mission, which is education, and really the whole mission of the museum to educate and inspire through flight. We're doing a lot of things with education programs, including a new Wings Aerospace Academy for middle schoolers to come up and appreciate what these heroes did for us.
Take us inside the gala. What are we going to see?
Oh gosh, we're going to have a mission reenactment against a starry ceiling in the universe, taking people through the entire flight, and we're going to have a tribute to Jack Swigert, who was Denver's own Jack Swigert. Went to Colorado
Yes, he did.
high school, university, and schools. And we're also going to have really cool auctions and a lot of other things.
Wonderful. Greg Anderson, thank you very much for the
Thank
information today, of course. Hey, you can get your tickets online now, wingsmuseum.org. That's for the 2015 Spreading Wings Gala at the Wings Over the Rockies Museum. What a beautiful place. It all takes place on Saturday, November 14th from 6 to 10 p.m. And you can also donate to the museum's various educational programs. Again, log on to wingsmuseum.org.